Square 740, 250. 11 Captain Crockett 740 and 260. And off they go.
Dropping to the back of the field after the start, and first out here Extracts. With it Captain Crockett and Whiter out here. Final Tempo showing some speed when they settle down. Extracts in front, joined by Final Tempo. A length into Quick Fix from Captain Crockett. Further back in the race then Kane Venetian Square, followed a length off by Zuccarino, and then Country Lane Logician Nam Singh, then Teos Ascetic Ruler and Grey Axe last of all. Inside the 1,000 now, Final Tempo a half length in front now from Extracts, 2 to Quick Fix third. One further back in the race, then over on the inside Kane Venetian Square. Captain Crockett outside it, a length further back, then Zuccarino from Country Lane Nam Singh, Logician and Teos, and then Grey Alex and Ascetic Ruler last of all. Running up towards the 750 metre mark, and it's Extracts with the Final Tempo sitting about 3 or 4 away from it, about to head out deep, a length and a half further back, then Quick Fix from Captain Crockett, Zuccarino. Further back then Venetian Square, and Logician stays to the inside. Teos a fair way off them. Right across the track here, Final Tempo has got its head in front from Quick Fix. Zuccarino coming down the outside rail. They get up to Extracts, who's fighting on from Captain Crockett. Teos a mile off them, and Nam Singh coming to the outside, looking for a way through. Zuccarino on the outside fence, hit the front and sprinted clear. Zuccarino got clear now from Final Tempo and Extracts, and then Nam Singh, but Zuccarino draws away and wins 3 lengths in the run home. Second Final Tempo, Photo third, Extracts or Nam Singh, then Ascetic Ruler, Country Lane Logician, Captain Crockett. Teos never came into it. Further back Venetian Square in company with Quick Fix, and near the tail is Grey Alex.
Winner there, number 2 Zuccarino to pay 9 even and 3.10. Number 3 Final Tempo at $5, and a photo for third. Number 6 Extracts to pay $3.70, or 7 Nam Singh at $2.10.
On the Super Tab, 2 Zuccarino to pay $8.20 and 3 even. 3 Final Tempo $4.30, and those for third, 6 Extracts at $4.40, or number 7 Nam Singh $2.10. Now 6 got third in Adelaide, 436, and it is correct weight on those numbers. This is the Racing Service Triple SFM, the Good Sports. Still no correct weight out at Queanbeyan.
They're off. And one of the best to get going, Funny Kid jumping well, Mr. Honey, and right up on the firing line is the favourite Burketown Boy. Not far back either is Athenrise. They sort themselves out, and Cedo Pegasus going quickly with Kidlet circling. Cedo Pegasus from Kidlet, Livorno third, Athenrise fourth, then Burketown Boy, Mr. Honey. Then Funny Kid, followed by Best Habit, a length, Rafoy, Wave Hello, and Myella Prince is last. 700 to run onto the side of the track. Cedo Pegasus just the leader, joined by Kidlet now. Athenrise a length and a half, third around Livorno, 2 Burketown Boy, a half Mr. Honey the fence, length and a half to Best Habit, Funny Kid, Myella Prince going around them, followed by Wave Hello, and Rafoy drops out last as they swing into the home straight. 400 to go, little between Cedo Pegasus on the inside and Kidlet. 1 to Athenrise third, followed on the inside Livorno looking for the run. Burketown Boy called upon now, and further away Mr. Honey, and down the outside Myella Prince. Athenrise and Burketown Boy beat off Cedo Pegasus and a Kidlet. Burketown Boy hits the front, wide out is Myella Prince, but it's Burketown Boy making it 3 in a row. Burketown Boy beat Myella Prince and Mr. Honey. Then Best Habit, Wave Hello, Athenrise, followed by Funny Kid, Cedo Pegasus, Rafoy, Livorno, and absolute in the field was Kidlet. Too good for them, Burke.
Number 5, Burketown Boy, to return on the Super Tab. Win dividend 340, the place 160. Number 7 for second, and that's Myella Prince to pay 310, and 9 Mr. Honey 480.
16s to 8s in the ring, roughly. Anyway, if you had something on him each way, you haven't been disappointed, because you're going to pay $2.90. And number 9 in third spot, Mr. Honey, written by Glenn Boss, will return $7 even. Burketown Boy, trained by Darren Smith for J.B. Garethy, P.B. Newsom, K.S. Richardson, A.N. Wales, A.M. Whitehouse, and B.W. Huxley. Bay Gilding 5 Yates, real trier. He is just that, and doesn't he relish being ridden behind the speed, as has been the case at his last 3 runs. Probably when he was originally a speed horse at Warwick Farm on the 13th of November, he came out slowly. It's probably been a blessing in disguise, because he raced infinitely better as far as getting to the line, and significantly at his last 2 runs he's been ridden from behind, and he seems to relish it, and he scored comfortably there. The runner-up, number 7, Myella Prince by Bean there from Shirley's Planet. Plenty of kick in the old fellow yet. He's 7 He's trained by Albert Stapleford, Darren Gouchy, and Mr. Honey, a 4-year-old bay gilding, Mr. C, Blue Pulse, Warner Holland, Glenn Boss. 6 ran 4th, Best Habit, 10 ran 5th, Wave Hello. Athenry ran a nice race. He was up near the lead throughout. Just gave up over the last 100 metres, but that was his second run back from a spell. It wasn't a bad performance. But full honours to Burketown Boy. 3 straight now, 2 at Warwick Farm and here. Quinella 15.20, Trifecta 655.10, and the exacta dividend. We'll have that coming up, and it's $22.60. $22.60, and the time and the margins are still to come.
OK, let's update race 6 Adelaide. 48 and 16 off Melbourne.
Prime Address, Nick on the run, bounced out in front here from Kiwi Golfer and Western Red. Further out, Brilliant Poet, Destriro in that bunch. 2 to Idea, Palaverdes from Cockade. Then Papal Monarch, and last of all is Rover. 7.50 to go, and going to the front now, the 1700-metre mark is Prime Address from Nick on the run. Western Red caught 3 out. Destriro a little deep around over on the inside, Desert Chill. Then Brilliant Poet tracking out deep from Palaverdes, who got up on the inside of Idea. Kiwi Golfer drifts back a little bit out 3 deep, and 2 lengths further back Cockade. Over on the inside, Rover, and 2 to Papal Monarch last of all. 1400 to go. Not a great deal of speed, and the leader Prime Address nearly a length in front now, just on a length 2 on the outside, Western Red. Desert Chill has got up on the inside of Nick on the run to be 3rd. Nick on the run 4th from Destriro 5th. Outside it on the outside, Brilliant Poet, 1 there to Palaverdes. Inside Idea, Palaverdes the favourite midfield at the moment. Idea outside it. A length Kiwi Golfer from Rover, and then on the outside, Cockade second last, and 2 lengths last of all is Papal Monarch. They've gone to the 1,000 now, and Prime Address 3/4 in front of Western Red. They're followed further back in the race by Nick on the run. Desert Chills had a nice run 4th the fence. Destriro pulled to the outside, running 5th, and further back Brilliant Poet. From Idea, still with nowhere to go, as Palaverdes over on the inside, 2 to Kiwi Golfer. Further back in the race then Rover, followed by to the outside Cockade, and last of all Papal Monarch. 650 metres to go. Prime Address before the turn, staying to the rail about 3/4 in front of Western Red. Desert Chill back to the inside as they start to swing out wide and track to the outside rail. Then came Brilliant Poet and Nick on the run back in the centre. Cockade a fair way back as they run down now with about 400 to go, and Palaverdes getting a run through. Prime Address, Western Red. Palaverdes gets the run in the centre. She races to them under a good hold from young Williams. Palaverdes gets to Prime Address, then Western Red and Rover. Now he lets her down. Palaverdes 150 to go, and she sprints. Away she goes from Prime Address and Rover, and Palaverdes soft win 2 lengths. Prime Address second, Rover third, then further back Destriro from Western Red. Behind those would have been Cockade from Idea. Then Brilliant Poet. Well back in the race was Desert Chill from Nick on the run, Papal Monarch and Kiwi Golfer.
Winner there, number 12, Palos Verdes, $4.10 for the win, $2.20 the place. Number 8, second Prime Address at $3.30. Third to number 9, Rover, to pay $5.30.
12 Palo Verdes, 4.50, 2.20. Number 8 Prime Address to return $3.30, and number 9 Rover to return $5.40. Back to that Sydney call for race 7.
Calls for the last, Paul. I like number 2, Explosive Star. This 5-year-old gelding looked particularly well. Hasn't raced since October, but goes very well fresh, as does the top weight Perfect Rapture. And I like the look of the local mare Brookfield, and also number 7 Zoom Crash Opera. So I think we'll make it 2 Explosive Star. We'll put 7 Zoom Crash Opera for second, and for third number 4 Brookfield.
Away they go. And they look to jump away on a pretty fair line too. Old Waikikamuka from the inside shows out narrowly from Western approaches. Century Boy moving forward, then on deck. Max Victory and Cappuccino Kid coming across from Fact or Fiction, Lamellas and Sterling Emblem, Yobro. Active Grace, Ceto Bridge, Spiritual Star and Leopard Hunter. Cappuccino Kid goes to the lead for the little Aussie battler Kevin Moses. Out of the straight, Cappuccino Kid about a length on Max Victory. Third, Lamellas, and travelling fourth, Century Boy, ridden from behind today. Waikikamuka on his inside, then on deck. Western approaches between Sterling Emblem the inside and Yobro the outside. Active Grace next, and tagging Yobro out off the track, Ceto Bridge from Fact or Fiction, Leopard Hunter, and last is Spiritual Star. Cappuccino Kid to the 1600. In the Christmas Cup in front, Yobro is moving up quickly to sit at the quarters of the leader to avoid being pratted out in no man's land. Max Victory third, and on deck wide, Waikikamuka the inside. Western approaches starting to move around Lamellas and Sterling Emblem, and then a gap to Active Grace, Ceto Bridge, and further away Century Boy. Fact or Fiction, Spiritual Star, and last last is Leopard Hunter. Down the back they go and racing along towards the 1200 marker. And Cappuccino Kid, a real rank outsider, leads the way from on deck with Western Approaches now moving up to sit second. Century Boys going forward from Waikikamuka, Max Victory. Yobro's dropped back a little, and then comes Ceto Bridge and Factor Fiction, Sterling Emblem, Lamellison, Active Grace, Leopard Hunter and Spiritual Star. Well, there's been plenty of action in this, and as they leave the back straight behind them going to the 800, and still Cappuccino Kid makes play. 3/4 the favourite, Western Approaches, Century Boy wider out, followed by Waikikamuka, Ceto Bridge on deck, and then a gap Factor Fiction and Max Victory, Sterling Emblem, Yobro, Active Grace, Lamellison, Spiritual Star, and 2 lengths further away is Leopard Hunter. Down towards the corner they run, 500 out and Cappuccino Kid. A half length on Western Approaches, a length the Century Boy, Waikikamuka bailed in behind them, and then Ceto Bridge, Sterling Emblem on deck, and Yobro followed by Max Victory, and on the outside Factor Fiction from Lamellison. Now Cappuccino Kid's gone, and the stablemates Western Approaches and Century Boy race a length Waikikamuka into the clear, and then Max Victory, Ceto Bridge, the Waterhouse pair battling it out. Century Boy got the better of Western Approaches, and Century Boy in fact is coming away. Century Boy beat Western Approaches. Waikikamuka third from Ceto Bridge, Max Victory, Sterling Emblem, Active Grace. Further back in the field on deck, and then Yobro, Lamellison, Spiritual Star, Factor Fiction, Leopard Hunter, and the early leader capitulated to run last, Cappuccino Kid.
1 Century Boy 9.20 and 3 even. 3 Western Approaches 190. 5 Waikikamuka 220.
Has returned $8.80 and $2.90. We normally see him leading. He was ridden from back in the field today, and that didn't deter him. And he's been able to score and beat his stablemate narrowly, but nevertheless decisively. So number 1 at $8.80 and $2.90. Number 3 Western Approaches has paid $1.80. Pardon me. And number 5 Waikikamuka will run third and $2.20.
Okay, about to move up Queanbeyan. Race number 2 Perth.